Hello class. Okay, so we're gonna cover now chapter 8. Let's all go to page 124. We're gonna start with melodic and harmonic intervals, sevenths. So interval is the distance between any two notes. When you play them together, it becomes harmonic intervals. And when you play them separately, so one key at a time in a row, okay, that'll become your melodic intervals. So far, we learned seconds, thirds, fourths, fifths, and sixths. Now today's gonna be sevenths, and also I'm gonna introduce an octave interval. So for sevenths interval, on the piano keys, what you need to do is check how many keys are between the two. Okay, there must be 5 white keys. So if I have a C, okay, you must have a 5 keys from here. Next key, which is D, E, F, G, A. There are 5 white keys, and if you go to the B, this becomes your seventh interval. Okay, or other way of checking your interval is simply count all the keys between the bottom to the top, okay, and see how many. All the white, we're counting the white keys, okay? So from C to B, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the name of sevenths, okay? This is how you find your name for intervals. So when you play one key at a time, from C and B, that will be your melodic. If you play them together, it's called harmonic. So 2 types of intervals, okay? Harmonic and melodic. Now, here's a simple study piece called interval march. So what we have is we're starting with the melodic intervals in the right hand, and we're playing them with staccato articulation as a harmonic intervals. We're having bar 1, fifths. Name it with me. Bar 2 is a 6, of course. Harmonic is you play together. And now C and B, we just learned it, it's a 7th, right? And then we go back to 6 and so on. So this is a very simple exercise giving you ideas about another interval named 7ths. So I'm gonna quickly play this for you, okay? And I want you to also try to practice this before we get to page 125. So here we go. It's in 4/4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, very simple, steady piece. I want you to have a lot of fun practicing this as a warm-up. Now we're gonna move to page 125. Please turn to 125, where it says melodic and harmonic intervals. Now it's gonna be octaves. Octave means 8. Okay, so for octave interval, it's the same letter 2 keys, bottom to top, and in between there must be how many? Now 6 white keys. So if I have a C and you count 6 keys from here going up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there must be the top C again. So octave is a very special interval that your distance between the bottom and top, there are total of 8 keys. Total of 8 keys. And in between the bottom and top, there must be how many? 6 white keys. Yeah, makes sense, right? So example, C and C, octave. And G, octave. D and D, octave. Very easy to identify. And now let's play a song called Sing the Blues. We've been playing a lot of blues, and here's another blues that using different intervals. It's gonna be the left hand doing the interval work, all harmonic. So I want to show you first 2 measures, which is introduction, and this left hand will be actually repeating, okay, this pattern of going from 5ths to 6ths and 7ths and back to 6ths. Will be repeating non-stop. It repeats 1 from the first 2 bars. It repeats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more times, and we finish with C chord at the end. So like it's a repetition in the left hand part. And don't forget, we have a B flat introduced here in this piece. Okay, that's still interval 7ths, because if you count all the white keys between, there's 6. However, please don't forget to keep the flat, B flat there. It happens again every time you repeat this pattern in the left hand. Okay. Also, if you have a pedal on your piano, please add your damper pedal to it. We learned the legato pedaling, remember? If you haven't checked my Blue Moods, the video that I created not too long ago, please learn how to do the legato pedaling first. And if you like to add a color to your left hand, overall, okay, the damper pedal, the legato pedaling might be very, very helpful. So left hand, or down, very simple, easy. Now your song starts from bar 3 and you start with a flat key. So I'm gonna show you how to play a right hand first, okay? First note is E flat, okay? Then you got natural sign, we learned it. You cancel the flat and you go G, and that's tied. And you have a rest, then you got flat, natural, back down to C, tie. So hold for 4 counts and rest. Now we're on second line, bar 2, where you start with a B flat, okay? So B flat is this flat key, B flat back to B flat. Why? A flat key will remain flat for the whole measure. Remember that rule? So you have to make sure you have a flat and G and back to flat, and this is tie, back to flat. Do you see what I'm doing? So whole second line, the second phrase, you got to keep the B flat. So simply think of B flat for the entire piece. Every time you got B, either in the left hand or right hand, there must be flat, okay? Accidental, one of the accidenters. Now line 3 is going back to the melody we heard from the beginning. E flat, natural G, that returns, okay? And again, E flat, C, now down to third. Now we're on line 4. Okay, this is where we got to play your octave, melodic octave. So C, C, remember? C, C. I want you to make sure you follow your motion through. Like, don't try to make a too open hands, but make sure have a nicely relaxed hand position and go from the top by aligning to the 5th finger, and when you come down to C, align to the thumb. Make sense? So just simply follow your motion, your fingers with your whole arm. Okay, so C, 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 tie, C, back to, and we're gonna show the diminuendo and also ritardando, and we're gonna end very quiet by keeping our right hand thumb for 8 counts. Lots of tie notes to hear, okay? So I want you to take out a pencil, and why don't you check every ties and cross out the tie notes so you do not replay. You gotta keep holding the tied note. Remember that? Now, time to listen to the whole thing. Sing the blues. Here we go. I'm gonna use my damper pedal, okay? Here we go. Keep the mood. Okay, what a great piece. I want you to learn this and record and submit online. Thank you so much.